Hey everybody, it's Paul again. I am back with y'all with a amplifier. It's from Kicker. It is the 12CX1200.1. This amp price range around $349, has a 1-year warranty. It's 2400 watts max at 15.6 volts, or 1200 watts RMS at 2 ohms, or 600 watts RMS at 4 ohms. And hertz range from 25 hertz to about 200 hertz. But anyway, let's go ahead and get the box open. We'll see what's on the inside, and then we'll get zoomed in on it and show you the minor details, or major details. Alright, get the box open here. Alright, this is the first thing I see. This is the birth page. Not burp page, birth page. It's saying right here, it's just, I got a fan blowing. It's got certified power, 1270 total power outputs, or RMS power. 1270, so that's pretty strong amp. And it's passed all this little tests and stuff. Anyway, a little certificate you can hang on your wall in your shop or something. It's pretty cool. Next thing you see right here, these are some little brackets that you can mount on the ends of the amp. You can stand the amp up and down instead of flat like most amps are. We'll pull the amp out. Inside the box, I see the owner's manual's got some screws right here and an Allen wrench to work on the set screws for the power, ground, and speaker wires. And that's what that is. And there's nothing else in the box. Go ahead and set this off to the side. I'm sorry for the sniffing. We got some styrofoam. And a nice packaged little baggie that it's in. And they must go to school to package these amps because they're pretty tight in there. Alright, here's the bag. Get blown away. Alright, and here's the amp. Let's go ahead and get it zoomed in closer to it, and I'll show you all around the sides and everything. Alright, get my handy dandy ruler out here. I'll set it off the side for just a second. Now, this is the top of the amp. You got Kicker CX1200.1. Has a nice little yellow line on there. You got the nice heat sinks on this side and this side. And before I go any closer, I'm going to go ahead and take measurements from side to side. Let's see here. Probably going to do it probably from the end of the screws on both ends, and it looks like from end to end it's exactly 12 inches. Got my ruler out here. From end to end, exactly 12 inches, and apparently I got my. There we go. All right. Let's see, from here to here. I'm going to go from here to here, so that's the widest part. And it's looking to be right at 7 inches. So at the widest part, we got 7 inches here, and exactly 12 inches this way, or 1 foot. And height, it's looking to be a little over 2 1/4. So we got 1 foot here, 7 inches here, and a little bit 2 1/4 over on the top right here. So that's how big the amp is. Not too big, but it's got tons of power, and I've heard this thing play, and it was really hitting some 15s really hard. Alright, I'm going to zoom in on the deals here so you can see all the little details. Just give me a second. Oop, gotta tilt the camera a little closer. Almost there. Almost there. Here we go. That's good enough. Okay. This is the power side. This is the speaker side. We got a ground, which goes straight to ground. This middle right here, which is REM, as remote turn on. That's where you hook up the blue wire with the white stripe or blue wire behind your aftermarket radio to turn the amps on. And this right here, this is your power, 12 volts constant, and it has a 4 gauge input, but I would be in this amp does peak out at 2400 watts. I would either get a 1200 watt RMS Mesa power wiring kit, or go with 0 gauge up to the amp and go to a distribution block and out to 4 gauge to here. That's what I would do, and have 4 gauge going to ground as close as possible. The shorter the ground, the better. Over here, even though it has 4, you think it's a 2-channel amp, it's actually just a 1-channel amp. It's got 2 positives and 2 negatives, so that way you can hook up one speaker on each deal, and it'll still be bridged anyway, because these two are connected together and these two connected together. So that's everything on this side. Let's go and turn around over here where the business end is. Alright, gonna get it out of the frame there, and we got all that green screen. Alright, over here we have this set right here. This is the input RCAs. This is output, so if you have a second amp or another amp, you can come into here. This is for your amp, they come out and go to your second amp. It just takes the signal and goes on out with it. Input level, like high or low, you can adjust it however it sounds, whatever, usually the most bang. Gain, it's like almost like an internal volume knob. You turn it up and it really cranks on the volume coming out the amp. X over frequency or hertz stuff, like I said, it goes from 50 to 200 hertz. Even though on the box it said 25 hertz, so 200 hertz. Bass boost, or dB, goes from 0 dB to 12 dB. Just get you a small screwdriver and adjust it. Remote bass. This is for the optional remote bass knob that you can purchase along with this amp as an optional accessory. And then over here we got your power, which is the green, and your protect, which is red. And usually if it's going in protect, it could be one of a couple of different things. It could be your ohm load is wired down too low, lower than 2 ohms. You may not have enough power pushing it. You may not have enough current going through the amp, or just power. Or voltage may be too high or too low. That's one of the couple reasons what would make this amp go into protection and stop playing. But anyway, let's see. Look at the bottom of the amp. It's basically just got your serial number, got the kicker imprint, and a couple little vents for cooling. But other than that, that's all pretty much for this beast of an amp. Alright, that was the kicker 12CX 2400 watt. Sorry, the 12CX 1200.1 or 2400 watt max mono block amplifier. This is a really strong amp. Like I said, I've installed this many times, and I've been pretty impressed with just how much power this thing puts out. Anyway, this amp, like I said, runs about $349, has a 1-year warranty. And if you have any questions down below, just leave it down in the comment section. Maybe hit the like button for me. I'd appreciate it. And this is Paul. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have an awesome day, and please subscribe.